Hey everyone, so I'm doing a set of comments on a photography product today. You could use this for general photography. It is a light. You could use this for even streaming. So if you're doing gaming streaming or whatever, you could use this light. It's an LED light that I have no affiliation with this company. It's a light that's been popular in recent YouTube videos, and you have to be really cautious about finding products that are popular in a lot of videos because they're often influencer based. You have to be cautious on whether the product's really good or it's. So I tried this one anyways, and I'm actually impressed with the product. It does good, so that's why I'm kind of doing this video. So what it is, it's called an AtomCUBE RX1, and it's from this company called Pilotfly, and I got it off of Amazon. I think you can find it a few other places, but it's a company I've never heard of. It seems to be China-based, but they're consistent with the products that they sell, meaning they have, I look for a defined catalog. It's not a bunch of third-party stuff. It seems like they're clearly laid out their products, and they have high reviews. So what's unique about this light? It's the ability to do different RGB colors, so red, blue, green, a mix of colors, all that stuff. And before I go on, I have a diffuser on this light, and I bought that separately. I also got it off of Amazon. It's just a plastic thing that lays over the top of it. But let's take a look at the light itself. So Pilotfly, AtomCUBE RX1, and it has an LCD screen in the right corner there, and then it has an on-off switch up here. It has an adjustment dial here, another adjustment dial on the right side, and a button here to select and control things. Now, I would say that it also has a Usbc Charge, which is handy. It's a modern connection. And then it has three bracket screws on the A side, and it came with a metal bracket that you screw into these as well. And that's actually one part that I don't like. The metal bracket it had a screw with it that it came undone a lot. It's loose in my opinion, so if there's any negative, the bracket on this is bad. But you can easily solve that by taking whatever device you have and plugging in directly to it. And so what I've done is I bought this Smart Rig clamp, basically, and you can screw it from this here, go directly into the side bracket. You can mount this to the wall, you can mount this to a tripod stand, and this is actually much more faster, handy than the mounting bracket that it came with. These are not too much. Alright, so back to the light. So the light can go through a series of different colors, as I said, and it also can be controlled with your phone application. Alright, so let's turn it on. And I'm going to show it like this for a while because the exposure on the camera will do exactly that. Okay, let's keep it like that. So it's on. I can use the top dial to lower, make it brighter. So I'll put it about halfway here. And you can see when it's on, the LCD LCD screen will change, so I'm down to 0, and it's weird at 9%, that's only when it turns on. guess 8. You can be super. All right, 5. Okay, so he goes all the way up to 100. You can see I'm at the 5900K color temperature. You can change the color temperature with this button here. You can go all the way cool. You can go all the way warm. Okay, let's put it back to about middle range. Okay, so now you can change the color. So exposure issue, but this is blue. What else we got? There's different modes. I find that using the buttons to change the color, it's difficult. The learning curve is higher, I'll just say it that way. Red. Okay. So I'm going to switch over to the app and make changes that way. And it should connect via Bluetooth. It's called AtomCUBE if you search for it in the App Store by Pilot Fly. Okay, let's see if I can get this in here. So you can do multiple groups. I don't know if they'll show up okay. Multiple groups of devices, lights, different settings. You can, let's see if I can get both in here. That's red, blue, green, yellow, red, orange, yellow. Okay, so you can change it pretty fast. You can change it to more of a custom color with the color wheel. You can go to different hue and saturation scenes, just more, it's another color wheel in my opinion. Okay. And then what I use a lot is the direct setting for the color temperature. So this screen, the direct colors, and then this screen for the different color temperatures. So let's go all the way warm, and then you can lower the brightness here. Let's go back to 56. Okay. Then you got different scenes. So it's kind of a, I don't know why you'd use this so much, but like police lights. So these are going to be strobing flashlights here, so I guess it's a slow rotation of color here. Yeah. So they have different scenes. You can set it to music on another screen, but I tend to just stick with the whites and the colors here. So what more can I tell you about this? It does charge pretty quickly, and you can use this plugged in. Now what I have noticed is that if you're going to use this for streaming, yes, you can use it plugged in, but the Bluetooth connection doesn't seem to work unless the power is on. So what does that mean? You have to leave the power on the whole time in order to connect to it with your phone. I'm a bit confused about that. I would like to be able to remotely just shut off the device from your phone instead of having to manually flick the switch up here. So if I have it on but set it to 0, does that mean the unit's off? No, because the LCD screen's going the whole time. So I would have liked a remote power off setting in the app as well without having to flick this. So let's go through some specs a bit. So you can get brackets for these to have multiple of them going at the same time and then group them together like I showed you in the app. The color temperature range, as you saw, is 2,500 to 8,500. It says it's 15 watts. I would say that it would be nice if it was just a little brighter. It's not the dimmest. If you're going to do like a green screen light up, it would not be powerful enough for one of these. You would have to have multiple on both sides. It's probably better to get a more of a dedicated light if you're going to do that. Something more powerful and less expensive. Let's see, what else can I tell you? Came with the L-shaped bracket, 1/4 screw, Type C USB charging. It comes with a small carrying bag. Luminance of 1800 lux, 0.5 meters, 3 hours working time under full power. I've not had it really die on me. That's a long time on battery. 7.5 hours working time at 50% power. It has a 4,000 milliamp battery. It says the firmware is upgradable via the AtomCUBE app, but I've not had to do that yet. It says you can control up to 255 of these with the app. That seems like that might be excessive. So those are kind of the specs here. There are similar devices on the internet and on Amazon, but the one that I thought had the best reviews was this Pilotfly AtomCUBE RX1. Now, I think it's very handy to do, accent lighting behind a video and a screen with the different reds. That's pretty cool. It does work pretty good for a main light. If you had it on your desk, if you're streaming, you could put it in the center, and I think it does a pretty good job there. It's easy to mount. As far as the downsides go, the bracket I mentioned, but get one of these, small rig attachments. Get the small rig attachment just like that. Easy to put on. So that makes up for the kind of bracket that's not ideal. I think you probably should buy a diffuser or there's a honeycomb attachment that you can buy. It is pretty solid in construction. It's metal. You wouldn't want to drop it, but it does seem pretty solid. What I would say is that it's $169 right now, which that's a lot in my opinion. I think ideally this is a better priced at maybe 100 to 120. Not to say that that's completely extortionate or anything in price wise at 169. I just think that the system they have here with the app and how the quality of this, I would like to buy another one and get it the mounting bracket and have two of them going at the same time. But at $169, that's outside of what I'm willing to pay for more than one. If it was, again, $50 less, then I would probably go ahead and get another one, because it does seem to be working pretty good. And I see the advantages of running multiple. So that's my review. Comments. Let me know if you have any questions. Again, I think this is pretty good for photography, certainly video, YouTube stuff. It's great I think it's very good for streaming as well. So thanks for watching, everyone.